Well, good morning, everyone. In case you didn't know, the Florida Aquarium is celebrating 25 years this year. And to celebrate, there is one awesome exhibit that has just opened. It is called the Washed Ashore exhibit. It's a traveling exhibit, and I am so honored to be with the creator, the founder of this organization that has such a purpose, such a really cool thing to bring here to the Tampa Bay area. It's literally traveled the world. Angela, it's such an honor to have you here today.
Thank you. I really appreciate that.
So we're standing right here. There's like, when we were trying to pick a location of, okay, where should we do the interview today? There's so many to choose from, and I think that's what families are going to love too, is there's so many pieces to this exhibit. How do you best explain what you have done here, what you have created?
Well, these are all sculptures made out of garbage that's been picked up off the beaches. And so we haven't colored anything. We just pick it up, sort of, and then work with thousands of helpers to create the animals that are being harmed by marine debris. And a lot of it's plastics. So we've created a coral reef behind me. There's a great white shark, a giant seahorse, a huge parrotfish, and a lot of other things to look at, a lot of sea jellies. And it's mostly a way of grabbing your attention to show you how much garbage is being found in the ocean. And we can actually do something about it, because as humans, we're buying this all the time and we're not thinking about our purchasing, and we're just kind of throwing it away, but forget that there's no away. So this is a wake-up call, really, and to sort of start thinking about if you're recycling, reusing, reducing, what you can do to help.
Well, I feel like you hear that message so much, right? I feel like we are teaching that in the schools. You hear it a lot, but there's something about seeing it and actually seeing it. You know, you said you have no idea how much trash is coming in until you start counting it and seeing it. Was it eye-opening for you 10 years ago when you started this?
Yeah, I was walking the beaches in this little tiny town in Southern Oregon that I'd loved my whole life. I'd always gone there because my grandma lived there. So I went to the beaches and I was walking the beaches and trying to my husband had just died, and I was kind of in a place where I needed to find a purpose for my life. And I really came to the ocean to heal, and I found an ocean that needed healing. I saw the thing I loved the most being destroyed by our garbage. And I just thought, if I just keep picking this up and I start making art that people can then see how much there is, and they'll want their picture taken next to a giant fish, and then they'll be able to start a conversation, and maybe we'll find our way out of this. Maybe we'll innovate our way out, and maybe just getting people more aware is part of the most important part, really.
Well, and I know this is made in part the Vinnick Foundation, which we love what they're doing here in the Bay Area. They are the ones that help bring this here. What is the message that you hope when families come? I mean, kids, they're going to get this message young. What is it that you hope this exhibit takes them and future generations?
The exhibit is about creativity and imagination, as well as looking at materials in new ways, and innovation is how we're going to get our way out of these environmental problems. So I'm hoping that kids also not only see the sad sort of tragedy of, oh my gosh, this is all garbage in the ocean, it shouldn't be there, what are we doing to hurt the fish? But wow, somebody actually figured out something interesting to do with it, and there are different ways of looking at things. And maybe I can be an inventor and invent something that will help replace plastics, or maybe I can reduce my own use so there aren't so many water bottles,
Yeah. Well, and that's what I love as we get ready to wrap up here. There are signs that are next to all the sculptures that are around the area, and they give you little pointers. Here's a little something that you can do today, correct?
Absolutely. If everyone just does one thing, don't get overwhelmed, just, use a reusable water bottle, reusable bag, reusable coffee cup. Think about your purchases.
Maybe you'll be inspired to create something really beautiful with the trash around your house and maybe make your own sculpture.
Garbage can be a resource,
Well, what an honor to have you here today and to be a part of this. Again, this exhibit is going to be here through August. And again, I just can't thank you enough for what you're doing. And families, come out and enjoy. I know if they want to find out more about what your mission is.
washedashore.org. We are a nonprofit, and we have a lot of information on, and including a feature-length movie on our website.
All right. Well, again, it's pretty cool to have this here in the Tampa Bay area. It's literally traveled the world. And again, you can come see it until about August. We'll obviously put more details on our website too.